right, another interview that I have set up today. And today's a special interview only because I'm interviewing, I would say, the best high school running back in San Francisco by the name of Dhiraj Gurung, a guy that I had the pleasure to coach on offense and defense. And we'll catch him on the other side of the break. So let's get this started.
You're listening to the Daily Podcast with Eric B.
Welcome, everyone. It's the Daily Podcast and the Daily Vlogs. I'm your host, Eric B. This guy, Dhiraj, coming on very shortly, is very humble that he calls me Coach Eric. Even when I'm texting him, he's texting me Coach Eric. It's a cool guy. From Nepal, going to be the first Nepalese to play professional football. Like, mark my words. Mark my words. Going to be the first Nepalese playing football. But before we get Dhiraj on, let's go watch some highlights. And then I'll bring in Dhiraj right after that. Check out these highlights.
Each week, the Rikers Center helps us honor the players of the week.
The players announced in a wrap produced by the good folks at the Rikers Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikers Players of the Week.
49 Cal High. Yeah. Sorry, boss, but you're done, and there's no stopping the run when you got your rush to run. Running a gun and he's coming to play. Halfback and safety, okay. Seeming a little offensive, but don't get defensive. That's just game. That's just Gurung. He's to blame for 3 TDs and 3 INTs. I can see why teams might envy. He's got everything against the opposite side. Let that confidence ride. Your rush gotta be wide. These eagles honestly fly.
I have San Francisco George Washington High School running back Mr. Dhiraj Gurung. Dhiraj Gurung. I was fortunate enough to have this guy. I coached this guy on both sides of the field, on offense and defense, and I've known you since you were almost, I think, a freshman, right?
Freshman, yeah.
Yeah. But then I wasn't there last year. This year I was able to be on the field the whole year. Man, I'm grateful to have you on the show, Dhiraj. Thank you for being on the show. We'll give you a round of applause for being here. Dhiraj, can you go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
Oh, hi. My name is Dhiraj Gurung, and I was running back for George Washington High School, and I'm a 2023 graduate student.
Nice. Dhiraj is from Nepal, and let's go back to when you came to America. How old were you when you came here, and what made you decide, I want to play football?
Oh, when I come to America, I was like 12 and a half, something like that. And it was like last year of middle school. My friend Frank told me, do you want to play football? Because I used to work out a little bit here and there. And I joined it in the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I started playing football.
And you never watched football when you lived in Nepal, right?
No, I didn't know what football was. I thought football was like soccer or something because I never played in my life before.
Yeah. So what made you, when you first touched the ball and you saw the way the ball is, when you think of a ball, you think of a round ball. But when you saw this weird brown shape, what was the first thing that you thought of?
I don't know. I was excited to play. It's like, after sometimes I start looking at the video of football and all that, right? And just running the ball and all that stuff looked fun to me. Yeah. So,
So was that the position you said, I want to play running back? Was there any other position?
No, at first when I come there, I wanted to play receiver.
Yeah.
I ain't got no hand. I can't catch the ball. So coach put me on running back. So I was like, okay, I'll just play running back. And I just, it went just like that.
So you played 20. Was it the first season was 20? Was it 2018 was the first season
I
we
think
had?
2019.
2019. And then we had the COVID season where we couldn't really come to practice because of COVID. And then your first full season, was it was last year, right? The first full season as a varsity. Or did we play 2019? I don't remember.
No, I played 2019 as a JV.
Okay.
Then COVID hit. Junior, I played as a varsity. But we went like 2-7. And senior year, it was like senior year. Yeah, it's 2 years I played varsity. Like
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your favorite running back? Like if you think of an NFL player that you watch right now, who's your favorite running back?
I watch everybody. My favorite running back is probably Alvin Kamara from Saints.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who do you? Okay, so when you run, so what people need to realize when you run on the field, everybody knows, even the coaches knows. Once Dhiraj has room, it's up to Dhiraj to try to get that touchdown. And there's a lot of plays you made player of the week most of the times this season. You know, even Cal High Sports, the 49ers had you as a prep player of the week of this week, especially against Lowell. Lowell, you had 10 carries, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. How does that make you feel?
I don't know. It feels good. Like I went out there, I did my thing, and it just happened. It feels good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I was telling a family member the other day that you want to win. All you want to do is go out there and win. And there's a couple games that I had to tell you, Dhiraj, you're done. It was the first half. You were like, I want to keep playing. It was like, Dhiraj, you scored 5 touchdowns. I think it was Burton where you scored 4 or 5 touchdowns in the first half.
I think it was 4 or 5. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
And I was like, dude, you're done. You shouldn't play anymore. But you were like, I want to keep playing. But that's what I love about you is that you're out there, your emotion, you want to be out there, you want to win, and your teammates sees it. And, you know, it's one of those things where you got to show your teammate that, you know, like this is like moving forward. If you're winning, then it's good. But if you're losing, you also got to try to bring your teammates up when it comes to that. And you know, there was a couple games this season where we were losing and everybody looked at you and, you know, you were down, but moving forward, you got to try to bring these guys up. Right. Yeah. So that was a good thing. What was your favorite? We played against good teams this season. What was your favorite school that you played against?
My favorite school I played against was probably Oakland. Okay. Because I technically had like 4 TD, 1 pick 6, and 3 touchdowns, but 2 didn't count. Yeah. But it was like probably the best game. It was like Friday Night Lights. Yeah. It was probably the first game I played.
Yeah. How does that make you feel, Dhiraj, when you get a pick 6 or even there was a one play that we played against, it was the last game we played. It was Balboa that we played. You had a 99-yard touchdown that was called back due to a penalty. How do you feel about that? And it's like when you get that touchdown and then you turn around and the referee is calling it back. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it was nothing surprise for me because it been to even before game, it always happened to me. Like I run for like 60, 70, 80 yards, they always call it back. So I was like used to it. So I was like, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So I went next play and tried to do better. It was just
Yeah,
inside I was mad, but there's nothing I can do about it. They already call it back, so I was like, okay, fine. I'll do the next play, and I'll try to like make same thing happen again. That's my
What do I tell everybody every time during the game? I always tell everyone, do not let the refs dictate the outcome of this game, right? And unfortunate enough, that game that we played against Balboa, the referees is pretty much the one that beat us. Balboa didn't beat us. The referees beat us because there was a lot of calls that was called on us that shouldn't have been called, but they called on us. And so I mean, to me, if I had to pick a game, I think my favorite game for you was against Lowell. And
Lowell, it was a pretty fun game. No, in Lowell at like first half, I didn't do nothing. Like I was just running it. They just catch me every time. Second half, I started taking off. So Lowell wasn't my really favorite game because it was like everything I did was in like second half. So like at first half, I was not able to do anything. So it was an okay game for me, that game.
Now to me it was good because it was an intense game. We came in there, we had to beat Lowell, and in order for us to be in the playoffs, we beat all these teams before. We came in there undefeated. We had to beat Lowell's Battle of the Birds. We were playing in their field, and you're right. The first half we weren't doing anything. We it's like it was a close game, but that second half, for some reason, all of you guys came alive from the offense to the defense. James throwing a couple of touchdowns, and then you running one back. I mean, it was, to me, your all-around game. It was probably the best overall game you had in the season, because you got to play the whole game. You got to play from beginning to end. You did have a couple of interceptions. Here they're saying you had 3 interceptions and 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
So that's to me is a complete game for you. And I enjoyed watching you play. I enjoy watching you play all the time. I mean, it's like when I came onto the field for George Washington, I wanted to be a running back. When I played Pop Warner, I was a running back because of the same reason you said, was it's a fun position. You can do all this, but I wasn't as fast as you, and I wasn't as, I would say, strong as you. I'm more that running back where I would, I'm like Tommy. I would just run up the middle and I would try to run people over. But my coaches back then, they didn't want that. They were like, no, you have to be a different position if you want to play on this team. So I couldn't play offense. So they moved me over to defense. I played a safety. I was too slow. I played strong safety. I was too slow. So finally they're like, we're going to move you at linebacker. This is where you're going to try it. And if you don't like it, then we're going to fix something. I ended up playing middle linebacker, and that's what I played the whole time I was in high school. So, so it's one of those things where you have to love the position you play. And I see when you play football that you love that running back position. And
I do, yeah.
You're very passionate about it. And I tell everybody, that's what I love watching Dhiraj plays, because he's passionate about the team and he's not selfish. It's not all about Dhiraj, give me the ball, let me score a touchdown. It's whatever Dhiraj can do to help, he'll do his best to help. And I told that when they interviewed me, and they asked me about you, I said, he's not a selfish guy. He loves to play football. And when he plays football, it's all about him and his team. It's team. And I'm sure you'll put your team over yourself anytime, because there's there's a couple games that we played where you didn't really touch the ball that much. You didn't get any touchdowns, but all you cared about was we won the game at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, because it's not like a one-man game. It's all about like team. If the whole team play good, we're gonna win. If you don't play good, we're not gonna win. So yeah. We
had 2 losses this season. 2 losses. What was the worst loss? Of course, the playoffs losing is probably painful to you, but we also lost to Lincoln, who just won the Turkey Day. Out of those 2 losses, what hurt the most?
I would say Bob won a playoff, because Lincoln wouldn't have a key player like James. When there's no James, the whole game going to be different. So when we lost that game, I didn't really feel bad. It was like, we knew that, like, kind of like a little bit, And Bob won game, we're supposed to win that game. But I don't know how we lose. We lose by 3 points. We make like so many mistakes on the offense. In the defense, we made like so many mistakes, and all of our like player was injured. Yeah. So that was like the worst game.
Yeah. I mean, we there was a lot of things that we did wrong against Lincoln, and but it's, I mean, you saw the score, Lincoln Balboa Turkey Day, they blew them out 44-7, and to me, losing in the playoffs was a little, because I'd rather lose in the playoffs than lose in Turkey Day. That's just, I went to 3 Turkey Days, and out of the 3 Turkey Days, I only won 1. So, it's painful when you lose in Turkey Day. What other sports do you do other than football?
I run track, and like back to my freshman year, I tried wrestling a little bit, but I don't really like it. So I just stick to like track and football. Okay. What's your workout regimen? I know you stay fit. I know you work out, 365 days a year. So what's your workout ethic? What do you try to do to make sure you stay in shape? Yeah, I just do the thing that I'm supposed to do. If I'm slow, I'll work on my speed. Like if I have to do something, like if I think like I have to work on something, I'll work on that. So, like my weakness, I'll work on my weakness most of the time. Okay, so
what's your weakness? You told us earlier you can't catch. So that's one weakness. But what's your weakness when it comes to your physicality weakness? What's that? What's one weakness you have?
In physical, I think I don't have really like physical weakness. I think I have like a little bit vision problem. Like as a running back, like you really need like good vision, right? Yeah. So like I'm kind of struggling on that. So that's the thing. Like when I do drills, I do like drill that I have to like move my body like certainly, like like do like cutting drills and all that stuff. Yeah. That's the thing I work on the most of the time.
one thing that I would advise you to do is moving forward. You said your vision. Work on your vision. You know, there was a couple plays where you still got positive yards, but you
could have done better.
You could have got the touchdown.
Yeah, saw the video.
You saw the video. So that's the one thing I would recommend moving forward is just work on that vision. And a lot of it's not just you, because a lot of good running backs does the same thing. And it's not just running backs, it's wide receivers. You know, when they're supposed to run that right side, they follow that blocker, but then they don't realize that left side is wide open. Yeah, you know, they don't think that. And I think I told you this last year, you know, if that right side is open, take that right side. But if that left, if there's nobody there, cut it out to the left. But it's all about practice. It's all about learning. And then, you know, you guys, this season, you 2023 class, you guys were stolen a year of football because of COVID, because you guys weren't able to play that 2019 season.
2019.
I think if you had a full 4 years, by the time you came now, the vision would have been. I mean, the vision is one of those things where you just got to keep doing every day. But man, I'm happy for you. I'm happy with what you've done. I'm happy with what you accomplished. You definitely made your player of the week many of times. I don't even have the final stats that you have. Did anybody tell you what your final stats are? Like how many yards throughout the season?
No.
I think I would think you're about I would say close to 1,000 yards this season. I mean, you know, there's a couple games alone. Lowell alone, 204 yards. So I'm pretty sure there's been you're close to 1,000. I'm pretty sure we'll try to figure that out and try to, you know, see what that goes. What's next for you moving forward? Do you want to play college ball?
I do want. If I get a chance, I wanted to play college ball. Okay. Since I stopped playing this game, I'm in love with this game. Like, you know, I want to play this game forever if I could.
Yeah, you know, that to me, that's an inspiring story. You're from Nepal, and you come to America. You said you were 12 and a half years old when you came here.
Yeah.
A lot of kids at 12 and a half already knows how to play football, or somewhat plays how to, you know, they know football. You came here, you saw a sport that you never knew what the sport is, and all you had to do was take the ball and just run as fast as you can and don't let anybody hit you. Do you know if there's any Nepalese that's playing football, like even collegiate or in the pros? I know for sure there's not one in the pros. What about college? Do you know if there's any in the college?
College, I don't think so. I don't think anybody like, you know, Asians, they don't want really also play football because he's like dangerous in some way. So like, you know, and not everybody like, you know, really like football.
Yeah.
Because coming from over there, they don't really like want to play football. They just want to focus on the study and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But you could possibly be the first, you know, person from Nepal to play football. How do you feel? How do you and your family feel about that? Is your parents like proud of you to be? You could be that first person to be up there.
They are proud, and they're proud. Yeah,
how do you
proud
feel
that I'm athletic?
How do you feel that? Okay, there's a possibility I'm going to be the first guy from Nepal to play American style football. How do you feel about that? I mean, is that a country pride for you as well as?
I do feel proud that I'm the first one to play American football. Yeah.
That's good. And, you know, the thing is, you probably can open the doors to all these other kids who are there in your country who don't know what football is, who doesn't know, hey, what is this sport that Dhiraj is playing here in America? But as soon as they see your video and they see your story, and whatever college you go to, college or the pros you go to, your story is going to be inspiring, I would say, for a lot of kids, not just in Nepal, but a lot of kids in Asia who's out there who probably says, we're not, like you said, I don't want to play football. It's dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only dangerous if you make it dangerous, because, you know, there's you see how it is. You can play, and you see how the other kids are who plays dirty. You're not a dirty player. That's what I like about you. That's good. I mean, I definitely want to see you succeed. I definitely want to see you get out there. Moving forward, what are your takeaways from this season only? What are your takeaways? What can you do better when you do make it to that next level? What do you need to focus on for you to make yourself better moving forward?
Me personally, I think I need to focus on I have no idea. Just focus on myself.
Focus on yourself.
Just focus on myself to do better at next level if I play.
I mean, I know your grades are good. I know you have good grades. So that's something good that you have already. So, any school that decides to look at you, any schools that decides to say, hey, we're going to work on Dhiraj and we're going to get Dhiraj out here and working out with us, I would take that opportunity. I would definitely jump on that opportunity, whether it's a Division I, Division II, if it's a JC college, whatever college it is, I would definitely jump out there and get it. I mean, your name is slowly going to get out there. And just this year alone, Dhiraj, everybody knows you are. And, from me when I talked to Ali, she knew who you were. The 49er, the 49er youth camps know who you are. So your name's getting out there. So let's do what you can to get your name well known out there again, moving forward. That's pretty much it, man. I mean, thank you for a great season. Thank you for
you're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you for letting me coach you. There's a picture going around.
Thank you for coaching us.
There's a picture going around that I'm trying to get, and there's a picture at the end of the Balboa game. I took you and I put your head on my shoulder because you were just devastated. And someone has that picture and they said they'll send it to me, but I'm like, okay, where is it? Where is it? But man, no, it's been a fun season, and you guys, this 2023 class, you made it fun. You made it worth it for me. I mean, we definitely need Dhiraj on the field. Any schools that have you moving forward is going to be a lucky school to have you. I mean, like, we didn't have you against was it the Irvington game?
Irvington game, yeah.
Yeah, we lost by 1 point. We lost you and Tommy the Irvington game. We lost by 1 point. So you're one of those guys moving forward. You'll definitely make a big difference in school. You'll definitely make a big difference in how you are as a player. And, like, again, my advice to you is just be yourself. Don't ever lose who you are, and always make sure it's about the team, before you. And once you do that, you'll definitely succeed in this life. You'll definitely be the good player that I know you can be moving forward. And again, I'm grateful that I was able to coach you on both sides of the field, offense and defense. And moving forward, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you out there.
That goes.
I want to see you playing, and I want to see you I'm going to see you on graduation. I'm going to be there for graduation. And, and hopefully by then we already know what college is Dhiraj going to.
Let's go.
All right. Hey guys, this is Dhiraj Gurung. Definitely go watch his stuff. Dhiraj, I'm going to put some of your highlights on this channel as well. When people watch it, they can see some of your highlights. It's going to be the one against Lowell that Cal High Sports did. Any last words you want to say before leaving?
No, nothing.
Dhiraj is a humble guy, and that's what I like about him. Dhiraj, good luck in the future. Good luck moving forward.
Thanks, Coach.
And again, I definitely can't wait to watch you on TV on any given Sunday. Dhiraj Gurung, everyone. That's Dhiraj Gurung. All right, that was Dhiraj Gurung that joined us. Thank you, Dhiraj, for jumping on. Thank you for taking the time to talk about your story, talk about everything you've said, last year of high school, and we're waiting to see where he's going to go. I know it's going to be one of those things where once he tells us, we're all going to be surprised. We're all going to be like, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Dhiraj. It was a great 2023 season for you and the rest of the George Washington High School football team. It unfortunately didn't come out the way we wanted it to, but we still had the best season this school's had in a long time. So be proud of that moving forward. For all you Washington High School football players who's watching this, be proud of the season we had this year. It's definitely something that we're going to, move upon next year. So enjoy that. We had a good season. We will definitely bring this back next year. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Do you guys like those highlights? Those highlights that I played for Dhiraj against Lowell, man. How crazy was that? 10 carries, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions against Lowell. Now, if we did that throughout the rest of the season, like I told Dhiraj, I'm pretty sure he had 1,000 yards or more, or close to 1,000 yards. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This will be uploaded on my podcast channels. So if you guys want to listen to the podcast, you can listen to it there. But if not, if you guys want to watch the video is going to be available on YouTube. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Until next time, the podcast and the vlog's ended, guys. Go in peace.
Thanks for listening to the Daily Podcast with Eric B.